سيد الرئيس أصحاب المعالي والسعادة.
Mr. President, Excellencies, Heads of Delegation, ladies and gentlemen, peace of God be upon you. I am pleased to be amongst you at the third session of the United Nations Environment Programme to work towards the achievement of the goals of sustainable development, putting before us the theme of this session. And I believe that to achieve a pollution-free planet requires all of us to address environmental degradation to reduce unsustainable patterns of consumption and production. My country's delegation would also like to welcome Mr. Eric Solheim, the Executive Director of the United Nations Environment Programme, in the first session of his duties. We support the general statement made by the Group of 77 in China and the Asia-Pacific Group. We have been working to include the sustainable development goals in the national development strategies of the state of Kuwait, stressing the keenness of the state of Kuwait to shoulder its regional and international responsibilities and to cooperate with all parties to enhance the partnership and to accelerate efforts to achieve the sustainable development goals, and to work for integration and synergy between international environmental agreements. Because of our firm conviction that environmental issues are indivisible and cannot deal with any impact caused by disaster or environmental phenomena isolated from the rest of other environmental phenomena. Excellencies, we stress the importance of development countries taking up their duties and responsibilities to provide all forms of support to developing countries to reach a balance between protection of the environment and achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, in the line of the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities, which came within the principle of the Rio Declaration for the Achievement of Justice and the Eradication of Poverty, as well as the right of countries to economic and social development. The State of Kuwait calls for support for any efforts or indeed for the removal of any difficulties that might hinder the progress in this direction. The State of Kuwait emphasizes the involvement of youth and civil society's institutions in the environmental work to find a mechanism for integrating awareness raising among all members of society. The maintenance of the environment is a responsibility of the community to be borne by all parties, which will help to achieve greater environmental commitment and will reflect its positive impact necessarily on human health. And here I would like to point out what the State of Kuwait has done to activate the law of the environment protection in partnership with civil society organizations, which contributed to the strengthening of self-control among the members of society and working in parallel with the government's efforts in this area. Finally, I extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to all for the efforts made, calling for more effort and effective cooperation and encourage innovation to create patterns of social behavior that do not leave a negative impact on the environment. May peace be upon you.